Good morning. Hi, it's Stacy. It's great to see you this morning after a long Thanksgiving weekend. And, I think it's so important to just talk about, you know, everything that you may or may have eaten. Maybe you didn't eat some things. But if you feel that you saw food and you just gained weight, right here with you, right here with you. And, this is one of the things that, or I guess one of the reasons why I weigh every day is to keep myself honest. There are going to be fluctuations, and sometimes that's not, everyone can't do that. Some people like to weigh once a week, but I really encourage you to do it at least once a week because I did it and I gained a couple pounds. I'm like, what happened? I eat the same things over and over again. But we tend to sometimes eat when we're bored. And so sometimes we eat when we're just sitting around. And I know I did that a little extra than I normally do, or I ate a little later than I normally do. And if that's you, I hear you. I see you and I'm with you. Oh my goodness, I'm right here with you. So I just wanted to say that. So don't be hard on yourself. I'm not, I weighed in this morning and I was like, okay, I know a few things that I probably had too much of and I can modify that. So we always have a chance to start over and to get back on track, still while eating healthy foods. So I was just going to take a few moments on Monday morning because I'm sure we're all very tired and just talk a little bit about labels. Okay, this is out of one of my books that I told you that I absolutely love from Mayo Clinic. And I'm going to go here. And so I showed you this. There's some comparisons. Let me go back up. Okay, this is out of a kid's book. So they have these fantastic um, books for all kinds of people, but this is geared towards kids. And what our kids eat is important too, but what we eat is important as well. So we can be healthy and be around for our kids for a long time. But I just wanted to show you the difference between these two. Is this is between regular chips and baked chips. So when you're making choices, you can choose a little bit differently. Um, you can choose a little bit healthier. And some of the things that I always want to look at is I want to look at carbohydrates. I want to look at sodium. So, for example, on this, um, sodium, the regular chips has 7%. Now, that seems very small, but if you think about your day and you think about all the things you're eating, now are you intaking too much sodium? That's a really good example. The regular chips in this, they literally have they have less fiber, I guess, and they have more carbohydrates. So those are things you want to look at. But one thing you want to be careful of with chips is we always think baked are better, and in some cases they are. But you'll see there's more carbohydrates here, and so I want you to just be on caution a little bit with your processed foods because those processed foods have a lot of things in them. And while sometimes they're a better choice for one thing for sodium, they may not be for carbohydrates. And you need to look at all those things because you should not be eating over a maximum of those things every day. So when you do, there's no way to lose weight if you're trying to lose weight. And if you're not trying to lose weight, you want to just think about your health. And so you don't want to intake too much sodium. You don't want to intake too many carbohydrates. And you do want your dietary fiber. And you also, all while looking at that, um, you can look at other choices, which we want kids to drink milk. And this is a milk choice and there's lots of options with milk. So just looking at the nutritional facts is going to help you so much. These are actually not horrible, but again, the carbohydrates in the reduced 2% fat milk is 4%. Um, and the sodium is 5%. So now, if they had a snack of chips and milk, you're going to have 12% of your carbohydrates, for example, or more. Um, in this case, the sodium was 5%, the cholesterol's 7%. So you got to think about that just for a little snack. And then we think about all the other things they're eating. The same thing will apply to us. So looking at those labels, looking at better choices is always going to help you. And here are some kids' choices I just wanted to share with you, some better choices, and some snack ideas. So I wanted you to have that there as well. And, there are processed foods on here. So I'm going to say, you know, we can't take everything away from our kids, but we can eat better, for sure. I would highlight starting with fruits and vegetables and then going to other things. Um, Peanut butter is a great way of getting protein. Yogurt is a great way of getting protein. If if you're not buying the technical kids yogurt, or be very careful on the kids yogurt because that kids yogurt has a lot of sugar in it. So really looking for better choices and looking at the labels. I'm going to cheese because they need calcium. Cheese sticks, cheese cubes, we've done that a lot. So I would start there and then make sure that applesauce is unsweetened. If they get used to unsweetened applesauce, they'll be fine. Um, so those are just a few ideas, related to kids, but also related to us. Because if we start looking at the labels will really start to guide you on what you should be eating and maybe what you should not be eating. So clean out those pantries. I know you probably have leftovers. Think about the leftovers that you're eating. Are they adding value to your wellness journey, or are they should they be tossed? Think about all the things that you have in your refrigerator and around you, because what you have around you, you will typically eat. And I know that's hard. One of the biggest questions I get is, "Did your family do this with you?" And the answer is no. Now, have they eaten better um, in recent months? Yes, but no, they did not initially, and not for several months. And but they don't still do the same things I do. And so I have to know that if I see an Oreo in this house, I cannot eat it. It's not going to help me. So, as much as I love Oreos. So, that is my tip for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. And, you know, every day is a new day to start. I'm over here rooting for you. Take care.